Checking, checking. Okay, just want to make sure that I'm on live, and I am. So, happy Monday. Monday in the Maxwell world, we say it's due day. So, what was your due day like, or what has it been for you today? Interesting day for me today. Now that I think about it, what did I do? What did I do today? Oh, it was an interesting day. It was an interesting day. And once I remember, I'll tell you what I did. But reflecting on relationships. Let's reflect on relationships. In our relationships, do we know the story of those around us? Do we take the time to ask, what is your story? There are 4 things that happen when we get to know the story of those around us. And I'll summarize it. I'll summarize the 4 things. First, when you ask a person, what's your story? Why do you do what you do? What is important to you? You're getting to know them and requesting a person's story lets them know that, you know what? You could be special. For example, you meet someone for the first time and you say, what's your story? What brings you, for example, I live in Bahrain. What brings you to Bahrain? What brought you to this country from wherever you are? And you request that story. That lets them know, okay, this person's interested in getting to know me better. So requesting a person's story lets them know that, you know, you could be special. Wonderful concept. The second thing that happens is when the person now tells you the story and it impacts you, maybe you learn what brought them to where they are, what they've gone through to get to where they are, what are some of their challenges, what are some of their successes. You think, wow. And then you remember their story. It lets them know that not only that is it that they could be special, but also that you are special. So, first one is you could be special. The second one is you are special. Third one, now the person has told you their story, and maybe time has passed. You haven't seen them in a while. And then you're like, oh, I remember when we met, even though it's been 5 years, even though it's been 10 years, whatever the case may be. It's because you are special. Because I remembered. So you're special. And then, now that you know the story, no, you've gone from thinking that the person could be special to saying you are special. And then when you remind the person of their story, like, you know what? I remember this actually just happened. There was someone I hadn't seen in years, and immediately I saw her, I said, I know you. I said, oh, we used to take photography classes together. And even though it's been years, but I remembered that, wow, it's been a long time, but I remembered. That let that person know that, you know, for me to remember you, you're special. Something about you stood out, and that's why I was able to remember even after 10 years, 8 years, 5 years, however long it may have been. The last but definitely not the least step is when you now repeat a person's story to others. It's letting them know that you should be special to those other people. You should be special because your story has impacted me, and I'm sharing it with others because I know that it will impact them. And that means you should be special to them. And what's the result of that? So you've learned their story, you've requested, so you're telling them you could be special. You've remembered their story, you're saying you are special. You've reminded them you are special, not just to anybody, but to me. And then you're repeating you should be special to them. So start out finding out what their story is and see how that impacts you, knowing what their story is. And you will be able to connect with someone through their story. This is how we connect with each other, through other people's story. So that's reflecting on relationships. Whose story are you going to request, and who's going to be special to you because of their story? And who are you going to share their story with so that they should be special to others? I'd like to know more. So see you on the next